In this section of the SmartLyte Plus training, we will discuss location requirements, unpack the SmartLyte Plus and its contents, examine the main components, review the general analyzer symbols and color conventions, and begin the setup and install the electrodes. Location requirements for the SmartLyte Plus. Before unpacking your SmartLyte Plus and begin the setup, it's important to select the right location for trouble-free operation. Choose a site that is convenient for your sampling needs, along with meeting the physical requirements of the unit. You want the ambient room temperature to be between 15 to 32 degrees Celsius or 60 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and avoid areas with a maximum relative humidity of 85%. Make sure the unit will not be exposed to direct sunlight, vibrations, or strong electromagnetic fields, such as electric motors, transformers, X-ray equipment, and cellular phones. Ensure a stable and level work surface, and that the unit has ample room to allow air to circulate freely around it. Check the voltage supplied, making sure it is 100 to 240 volts AC, and always avoid exposure to explosive gases or vapors. Unpacking your SmartLyte Plus. Refer to the packing slip to check for completeness of the shipment. If the shipment is incomplete, please inform your Diamond Diagnostics representative immediately. If the analyzer has been damaged during shipment, immediately inform the company that made the delivery. Retain all packaging material and products as they may be needed as evidence in the event of a damage claim. When removing the analyzer from the shipping carton, do not pull upward on the packing materials. These packing materials do not provide strength to support the analyzer. After removing the content of the SmartLyte Plus box, you should have the following: 1 Diamond SmartLyte Plus ISE analyzer, 1 power cord, 1 fluid pack, ISE cleaning solution, electrode conditioning solution, deep protonizer solution, a box of mission controls, reference electrode housing, reference electrode, sodium, potassium, calcium electrode, and either a lithium or chloride electrode depending on your order, and a startup kit and shutdown kit. The startup and shutdown kits are delivered as standard accessories with the SmartLyte Plus. You will also need a supply of lint-free tissues, disposable sample cups, cotton swabs, and deionized water, which should be kept in a location convenient to the analyzer. Analyzer overview. Before moving on to the installation process, let's take a look at the 8 main components of the SmartLyte Plus and the general analyzer symbols and color conventions. The 8 main components of the SmartLyte Plus. Display. The color display is a 5-inch touchscreen which provides direct access to analyzer functions. Analyzer access can be changed by pressing the desired function or the icon to access additional or secondary functions. Printer. The graphic printer with 192 pixels per line uses thermal paper to output results and other information. The analyzer will print measured and calibration values. The unit also allows for convenient storage of a second roll of paper in the rear of the paper tray. Measuring chamber. The measuring chamber consists of 5 electrodes, a sample sensor with connector on the right, an electrode tray with movable locking mechanism on the left. Peristaltic pump. A peristaltic pump transports operating fluids and samples inside the analyzer. Sample probe and cover. The sample probe mechanism is located behind the sample door at the front of the unit. Valves. There are 5 pinch valves that control the movement of liquid and air within the analyzer. Shown here are the pinch valves and what they control. Fluid pack. The fluid pack houses 3 different standard solutions, reference solution, and waste bag. The self-contained fluid pack is constructed to ensure that waste cannot spill out from the package. Rear panel. The rear panel of the unit contains the serial number plate, 4 USB connections, 1 Ethernet connection, an RS-232 interface port, and a power switch. General symbols and color conventions of the SmartLyte Plus. The following symbols within the SmartLyte Plus software describe safe procedures that are intended to provide the user with additional help. Orange indicates caution, not ready, or proceed cautiously, since action could cause undesired consequences such as the loss of data. Red indicates saved settings or data will be deleted. Blue indicates active button or process. Dark blue indicates inactive button or process. In green indicates to save changes. Initial setup of the SmartLyte Plus. Prior to beginning the actual installation, it is recommended that the operator read through sections 1.4 of the operator manual to develop a better understanding of the procedures that are required when setting up. Start by placing the analyzer on a secure tabletop that allows plenty of working space and is convenient to a power connection. Open the analyzer main door. Locate and carefully remove the 5 red relief clamps. Save the clamps to reuse to prevent damaging the tubes if the analyzer is later shut down for any reason. Slip the 2 pump windings around the analyzer pump rollers, making sure not to stretch or pinch the tubing. Now that the initial setup of the SmartLyte Plus is complete, it's time to prepare and install the electrodes in the measurement chamber. Installing electrodes in the SmartLyte Plus. Start by removing all electrodes from their protective boxes and placing them on a clean surface. Remove liquid pathway seals from the sides of the electrodes so that the fluid pathway is open and clear. Ensure that the black O-ring is not adhered to the removed seal and remains on the electrode. Verify that all measurement electrodes have sufficient fill solution. Each should be approximately 3/4 full. Check for air bubbles in the fill chamber near the sample path. If bubbles are present, tap the electrode body softly to dislodge any air bubbles. Check that all measurement electrodes and the reference housing have the black O-ring properly seated on the left side of the electrode. If dummy electrodes will be used, ensure that the black O-ring is in place for each one. Unscrew the transport housing from the reference electrode and check that the O-ring is properly seated there as well. Rinse, dry, and save the transport housing for storage of the reference electrode in the event the analyzer is turned off or taken out of service. Carefully screw the reference electrode into the reference electrode housing. It's important to note that when screwing the reference electrode into the reference electrode housing, you hold the white neck of the electrode. Slide the measurement chamber forward until it locks in the front position. Release the electrode clamp. On the left side of the electrode tray, rotating the lever up and towards the back. When the clamp lever is in the horizontal position, it is locked. When the clamp lever is in the vertical position, it is open. Locate the sample sensor on the far right of the electrode tray. Check that the cable is connected correctly to the analyzer. And check that the O-ring is present on the left side of the sample sensor. Now install the electrodes in the measurement chamber, beginning on the left, working to the right. The reference electrode housing is installed first. To see possible electrode configurations, see Section 7 of the operator manual, selecting parameter configurations. Check to make sure that the lettering on the electrode corresponds with the correct electrode position on the label. Also, note that all electrodes have a lip on the bottom that rests on the flat edge of the measurement chamber to aid in proper positioning. After all electrodes have been installed, lock the clamp on the left electrode tray by bringing it forward and down until it locks. Ensure that all the electrodes are properly seated by checking the position of each one. Now slide the measurement chamber back until it snaps into position. The electrode tray may need to be slid upwards towards the back for proper fit into the electrode receptacle. Check that the sample sensor is connected. Connect if it's not. Plug the tubing connector of the reference housing assembly in the receptacle below the left side of the measurement chamber. Take a moment to review the possible parameter configurations shown here. The X indicates that a dummy electrode should be installed in place of a measurement electrode. For menu details on how to access and select parameters, see Section 1.5.11 of the Operator Manual, Selecting Perimeter Configuration, which is under Operator Settings. This concludes Section 1, Installation of the SmartLyte Plus. Section 2 will help you prepare the SmartLyte Plus for operation.